Hi, I'm Drew Barrymore, and I want to tell you how you can help to support the life-saving work of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When you give, you're helping ensure families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food, so they can focus on helping their child live. This holiday, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.
Let's get into Make Us Say Wow. This is the first time we've brought this back in the modern era. We did this a lot back in the day. Absolutely love this segment. If you have a wow story, 855-667-6999. Call now.
That was one of my favorite segments, and you really had to make us say, wow. Barnes, do you remember someone that was, I think it was in New York or something, they were walking on a street corner and someone jumped from a building right next to them?
Yes, that aired recently, and the guy had brain splatter all over his, and he was going to a job interview.
That was a make us say, wow.
I will say you're easier on handing out the wows.
I know.
I think.
I'm easy.
Hey, Emery, you are on with the Morning X. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning. All right, where do I start?
Well, make us say wow. How about with that?
Make us say wow.
So, when I graduated high school, I ended up couch surfing and hitchhiking everywhere. And I was couch surfing in Atlanta, and this guy ended up asking me if I can drive him to Franklin, North Carolina. And I was an adventurous person. I was like, yeah, I'll drive you to Franklin, North Carolina. That's fine. So I drive this guy up there, and I spend the night at this place. I have no clue where I'm at. And I wake up in the morning to cops in my face, and they're placing me in handcuffs, and they take me to jail.
Let me back up. So you're first couch surfing in Atlanta. You meet some dude, and you're taking him to North Carolina, and you end up staying overnight in a random place, and you wake up to police in your face.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Wait till you find out what happened. So they didn't tell me anything. And they put me in a holding cell, and they literally probably woke me up about 7 o'clock in the morning, and they kept me there until 9 o'clock at night, and they released me. And they finally tell me they thought I was a suspect of somebody who beat somebody in the face with a baseball bat, which never happened. But it also turns out that that guy I was giving a ride was bringing some unsolicited products, so I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So now I'm in Franklin, North Carolina at 9 o'clock at night with nowhere to go. I don't have a phone, and I just start walking down the road. It's dark, and this old man picks me up, and he asks me, he's like, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? I was like, yeah. And I would like to get down to my parents. They live in Florida. And then he got me a motel room and then told me he'd pick me up in the morning and take me to a Greyhound bus station. So he picks me up in the morning, and I end up taking a Greyhound to St. Petersburg, Florida. And I get there, and it's dark, and I'm scared. I'm like 17, going on 18 at this time, and I've never been here either. So I'm sitting here trying to find my dad and wait till the next day. So I ended up at a pizza place, and I asked them if they had any pizza they're throwing out. And they gave me a pizza, and I went out on the beach and sat in this gazebo, and I had the pizza on the floor, and I'm starting to eat this pizza, and I'm laying down on the bench, and I pick up the slice of pizza, and I go to put it in my mouth, and this giant cockroach just out.
Ouch.
And I flipped out, and I got up, and I looked down at that pizza box, and there was cockroaches all in there.
Is this two different stories? I'm so lost.
Well, first of all, that wasn't a random act of kindness at the pizza place.
This happened in succession? You were at this one thing with cops in your face, and then you get a ride to Florida, and you have cockroaches in your mouth?
I ended up in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I was getting a pizza at this pizza place. They gave me a free pizza.
All right.
And then I ended up on the beach eating it.
Okay.
And by the way, did you ever find your parents?
I'm glad you could keep up.
Oh, yeah, I did. You know, it's funny. So my dad worked at car dealerships, and when I was in St. Petersburg and I was hitchhiking around, I stopped at every dealership I seen. And I actually stopped at the dealership he worked at. And but they didn't know him in the front where they do sales. He was in the body shop. Well, my dad ended up coming to pick me up about 2 hours later, And we go back down to his place, and he took me to my grandma's house. And I probably stayed with my grandma for about 3 days. And she ended up dying on the couch while we were all visiting her.
Oh, my God. This guy. Okay, you need your own ID discovery show, I think.
Well, I will say there's a moral to this story, though, which is nothing good happens with couch surfing.
Right. Don't follow Emery. Hey, Emery, thank you for calling. We appreciate it.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Did they
Bye-bye.
get a wow or like a medium wow?
That got more of a why than a wow.
Why?
Yeah. Morning X, good morning.
Hi.
Hey, make us say wow.
So I know how to buy a dead body legally.
You know how to buy a dead body legally?
Yes.
Okay, let's back up for a second before you start offering me dead bodies. What's your name?
My name is Stacy.
Okay, Stacy. What in the hell would you buy a dead body for?
Do tell.
So, I worked in the medical device industry. If you were to have, let's say, a knee replacement or spinal fusion, there are implants that go into your body, and those implants are developed by companies. Well, in order to develop those, they have cadaver labs where surgeons come in and help design the instruments, or before they put that particular implant in your body, those surgeons have to come and figure out how to use the instruments or put in that implant correctly. And that's all done by getting a cadaver from different companies that provide those and setting up a lab for the surgeons to then either practice or design the instruments.
Is there like an app for that, like a dating app that you just go and you pick the type?
When I first was asked to get a body for spine surgery, it was in 2008, I think, and Google wasn't what it was, and it took a while to figure it out. So, but you can get a whole body, you can get parts of a body. I would get torsos for my company, so no head, no arms, no legs, just the middle part. We even had a freezer and a refrigerator for storing them and using them over and over again, so that we, made the most of what we had. But yeah, it was kind of shocking the first time I was asked to get one for my company.
Is it a discount if you just get the torso and you don't get the limbs?
Yeah, you only request to use what you need. So if I was working for a company that did knee replacements, they would only request a knee, not even necessarily the whole leg. Or if you were a company that did stuff for rotator cuff, you just get a shoulder. Every once in a while, if we were doing something for the cervical, your neck, we would request the head to be included. But it's literally when a body is donated to these companies, they are parted out by what companies need.
So, Stacy, have you ever been into one of these cadaver labs?
Probably hundreds. They're held, some of the medical device companies have their own in-house lab, so it's like a replica of an operating room. Then there are businesses that literally could be on a street corner where you have like a chain of just companies, but they have their interior set up with multiple replicas of operating rooms, and they could be having those labs right there, or have even done them and set them up in hotel ballrooms.
She's getting a wow from me, Barnes.
Yeah, this is a wow. There's a whole underworld of body buying.
Yeah.
And how do you end up on the shelf to be bought? Is this where you donate to science and then they take your...
Yeah, this is the crazy thing, and there's even like a black market, but a legitimate company who works with a funeral home, and so if somebody is indigent or poor or doesn't have the means to pay for a funeral, the funeral home or even a caseworker at a hospital will give them a brochure saying, well, so that you don't have any funeral costs, you can donate your body to science, essentially, and you'll get some cremated remains back.
Ooh.
Well, the whole story is when that body is donated, a portion, like a tiny portion of that body, it could be, I was told once from somebody that worked at one of those companies, they would do a finger, and you would just get a small little bit of cremains back. Then the body would go on and be parted out to these different medical device companies or training labs. And then from there to go back to the company that provides these bodies to be reused, or like in my case, we would then take them once we were done and use them over and over and over again, and we would take them to a local crematorium.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Stacy. Wow. Who knew what this underworld of body selling was? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
There's more to the story. This bit resumes after a brief intermission. More Best of the Morning X is coming up next on 99X.
Check out the podcast that inspired Taylor Sheridan's latest series, Landman.
There's a stretch of road in an oil-rich region of West Texas. This region of West Texas, known as the Permian Basin, is in the midst of the biggest oil boom in history. This is a story of roughnecks, billionaire wildcatters, and wannabe dreamers. My name is Christian Wallace. From Texas Monthly and Imperative Entertainment, this is Boomtown.
Boomtown.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.